Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is an emergency. Mayday, can you read me?
Legends of sea monsters and ghost ships are prevalent in maritime history. Some of these reports are not entirely genuine and accurate, and even those that are sometimes inflated and overblown. Such tales have been the subject of intense dispute between believers and skeptics. Although some of these legends date back centuries, one of the weirdest ones is only a few decades old. This is the account of the SS Ourang Medan. The signal, several ships going across the Straits of Malacca, located between Sumatra and Malaysia, received an unusual radio message in either June 1947 or as late as February 1948, depending on which account is true. This SOS message source was unknown at the time. The actual message was split into two halves and was separated by incomprehensible Morse code. The few who got this message insisted that the transcript read as follows:
"All officers, including the captain, are dead, lying in the chart room and bridge. Possibly the whole crew dead. I die."
After this chilling conclusion, nothing else was transmitted. The messages were received by two American ships, and they felt compelled to investigate. The presumed transmitting vessels' coordinates were triangulated with the assistance of British and Dutch listening posts. It was the SS Ourang Medan, a freighter from the Netherlands. The Silver Star, an American commercial ship, was sent to the location. The Silver Star's captain quickly determined the direction the SS Ourang Medan was traveling from the content of the distress calls. The bereaved Ourang Medan was spotted by the Silver Star's lookout a few hours later. There were no visible signs of life as the rescue ship approached, and the captain of the Silver Star was forced to organize a search party after he was unable to get in touch with the crew. It was clear from the moment the search party boarded that the messages were horribly accurate. The decks of the Ourang Medan were littered with Dutch crew member corpses. The victims' faces were twisted in pure terror, and their wide eyes were filled with fear, with their arms positioned as if facing a threat. The harrowing events didn't spare even the ship's dog, and it was discovered that the dog had died snarling. As was to be expected, the captain was discovered on his bridge. The wheelhouse and chart room contained the remaining bridge officers. At his station, the body of the radio operator, who presumably issued the distress call, was discovered just like the others. The engineering team was also discovered at their stations with the same frozen expressions of terror now plastered onto their faces. The rescue party's search efforts brought forth a number of unusual incidences that were noted, despite the fact that it was well above 100th the place they were. The team noticed a coolness that seemed to radiating from somewhere. The victims' conditions were also a mystery. Despite their visible agony, none of them had any visible physical injuries. Additionally, the bodies started rotting earlier than expected. There didn't seem to be any damage to the vessel itself. The search group swiftly made the decision to tow the Ourang Medan for salvage when they arrived back at the Silver Star. Smoke was only then discovered below decks, notably in the for cargo hold. After they had connected the ships together, the Ourang Medan then exploded a brief time after they cut the tow cable. Before it sank down to the bottom of the ocean, the pure intensity raised it above the water.
Their frozen faces upturned to the sun, staring, as if in fear. The mouths were gaping open and the eyes staring.
The Ourang Medan's registration was one of the counter-arguments used against the report of the incident. On paper it appeared to not have existed. On the other hand, the Silver Star was indeed a real ship. The Silver Star, however, used a different registration at the time the Ourang Medan is said to have sunk. The ship's name was changed after the Grace Line shipping business purchased the vessel's rights, renaming it the Santa Juana. In contrast, those that believe in the Ourang Medan story insist that the registration of the ship originated in Sumatra. At the time, Sumatra was a Dutch colony that formed part of the Dutch East Indies. In Indonesian, Ourang means man and Medan is the largest city on the island of Sumatra. Hence the name Ourang Medan literally means man from Medan. There are no records that back up this ascertain. Even Lloyd's shipping registers and the Dictionary of Disasters at C18241962 has found no mention of the Ourang Medan. Theodor C.S. Dorfer, a professor at Essen University in Germany, has been studying the history of the Ourang Medan for the majority of the last 50 years. C.S. Dorfer was the first person to mention the identities of the American ships that first were sent out in search of the Ourang Medan, and he suggests a German booklet published in 1954 to anyone interested in conducting their own study. This book's author is Otto Mielke. He seemed to be very knowledgeable about the enigmatic ship, knowing its course, what it was carrying, and even the captain's name. The month of June 1947 was specified as the time of the sinking in this publication, which was titled Das Totenskiff in der Südsee. There are rumors that a crew member on the Silver Star verified this. The cargo hold and possible contents were also described in this publication. This document said that nitroglycerin and potassium cyanide were kept in the cargo hold. If that is the truth, it may help to clarify the lack of official records to be found. Having these flammable goods on a stormy sea is undoubtedly extremely negligent. It might possibly give an explanation for the explosion that happened soon just after the salvage attempt. Whatever the real events were, obvious comparisons to the Philadelphia experiment have been made by some. Was the tragedy on the SS Ourang Medan a genuine event or just a mariner's seafaring tale designed to scare, frighten, or dissuade? Others attribute whatever occurred on board the tragic ship to the paranormal. These and other theories that the imagination has dreamt up over the past 50 years have some plausibility thanks to the crew's unnatural deaths. Even deceased pirates, like the mythical Black Pearl's crew, were suspected. So what do you think? Was the SS Ourang Medan disaster a real incident, or was it merely a maritime legend intended to terrify non-sailors? Let us know in the comments down below.